All right, and we're back, and we're speaking with Gabby Franco. And before we left, we were talking about how she trained while she was having a baby.
Well,
In so many words. No, but you did recently have a baby.
yes.
And we were just talking about the baby's name.
Yes.
Oh, look at that. That's just, yeah, that's a heartbreaker right there. He's going to break some hearts. And then... So, but during this time, you clearly weren't in a position to go out and train like you normally would. Yeah. So how was that process? How did you kind of adjust to not being able to shoot the way you did before?
Well, it has not necessarily been easy, but I definitely decided not to shoot for the obvious reasons.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I had one chance to make this baby be the best it could be. So, you know, and I basically tried to keep myself as much as I could, training, just aiming, dry fire a little bit. But to tell the truth, I was humongous. And training sometimes was not necessarily one of my
biggest
first priority, if I'm very, very sincere with you. I just tried to keep myself into as much as I could.
Yeah.
The first few months, you know, training and doing dry fire and working out. Because at the end of the day, you know, when you're pregnant, you're healthy, you want to be healthy. And that's what I wanted to do. So afterwards, like where I am right now, I could go back to where I was. And that's exactly what I achieved. During the pregnancy, like I said, all I tried to do was just small dry fire. I couldn't move, I couldn't run.
Yeah. You weren't doing like barrel rolls or anything like that.
Yes, and even your hormones are so messed up that even a lot of things in my body changed. So what I did afterwards, what I'm doing now is getting back my grip strength. Believe it or not, I went to the range a few weeks ago for the first time, and I was like, oh my God, I have CC hands. I was like, how disappointing is it? I need my calluses back.
I posted a picture of myself at the gym a couple months ago, and I had workout gloves on, and apparently that's a big no-no in the workout community. Apparently I have sissy hands too. So join the club.
Yeah, right. So I was like, so now what I'm doing is getting back into grip strength, and I'm using the kettlebells.
Okay.
I have become a fan of kettlebells just because of the easy way to do it, and you know, doing farmers walks, just holding the kettlebells for as long as I can.
Yeah.
And stuff that probably when I was pregnant. No, because some women do CrossFit. I have a friend, she's still she's a CrossFitter, and she's like 32 weeks pregnant, and that's fine with her.
Okay. Is she a cyborg?
That was something. What is it?
Is she a cyborg?
I don't know. But you know what? That's something that not everybody was not comfortable with that. So that's what I'm doing now, getting back into it. And I've been posting a few videos and pictures because people sometimes take for granted how important is a grip strength, especially a wrist strength for shooting.
Yep, that's absolutely, the grip plays so much in terms of keeping that gun flat and follow-up shots and so forth and so on.
As much as you can.
Now, how much, so now you're back out there, you're training full-time now?
No, exactly. I'm a full-time mom right now.
Oh, man, nobody told you there was responsibilities after the baby, right?
No, what I'm doing now, like I said, is just getting back my strength, going to the range and practicing. And in the practice, you know, like everything you do in life, you have to prioritize, you know, by priorities. So pretty much what I'm doing is baby steps. Getting my strength back, making sure my shots are accurate instead of trying to go fast and then find my accuracy. Shooting is a perishable skill. You know, it's a perishable sport. I remember shooting Olympic shooting. I will train for like 9-10 months straight, and then I will go on vacation and come back. I'm like, what happened for the other 10 months? Really?
Yeah, it does. That's the one thing about shooting that I think kind of sucks is,
Yes.
we do invest so much time into improving, and it's like if we're not consistent, I guess it's the same thing with working out. You work out for a period of time consistently, you get all sexy and stuff, and then you go on a break, and then you come back and you look like me. And so, but yeah, it definitely is one of a kind of the minor annoyances of shooting, but it's still worth it.
It is. So I'm actually enjoying now, and I think that's one of the things as an instructor. Some people may think, oh, what, you're gonna go back from zero? And I say, you know what? I use this, like what just happened to me with the pregnancy and going back from zero, is how to teach other people even better. Because I need
You
to
have to reteach
train
yourself.
myself
Yeah.
from zero.
Yeah.
Sometimes as instructors, we take for granted. Sometimes we think things like, oh, that's easy. But for somebody who's new to the sport, it's not easy.
Yeah.
So, I always use these learnings, life lessons, on my advantage. And what I'm doing now is doing like a plan that probably I can pass along to other people. Say, okay, you're new to shooting, you want to improve your grip, you want to improve your stamina, you want whatever. So this is what you can do. This is what I just did.
Yeah.
Being somebody who have been in the industry and shooting for so long.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, now I'm starting almost, I would say physically from zero.
Now, how much do you think just the because I'm assuming you've mastered the fundamental component of it. I mean, as much as you can master fundamentals.
Sure.
But how much do you think that helped in providing that base for when you do kind of fall off, so to speak, and then you come back to it? That makes it a lot easier to get back to where you were before.
Definitely, and the reason is when you're off, when you know exactly what you need to do in shooting, right? I would say understanding, that true understanding of the technique. When you go back to it, you pretty much come almost with a white page, because you don't have all the bad habits
that you had.
That even you have. Sometimes we have them, and so right now, that having that true understanding, I have to concentrate even more to make them happen.
Gotcha.
Before, it was like, oh, I know what I'm doing, and I just go with the flow, and that's when I made mistakes. Now,
okay.
You see, now it's more, okay, I need to focus on this, concentrate on this. So I go step by step to make it happen. Okay. Now, what I'm doing now, that's a part that psychologically and on my background that I have. But what I'm doing now is the physical part of it, which is like my brain is here, but my physical is down here, Yeah. It's like my brain thinks that I can go this fast when I I shoot a 40 caliber. So I still need to, I still need to control that. Like I call it, it's like riding a horse.
Yeah.
Riding my gun. It's just getting that rhythm.
Awesome. Now, one last question before we go. How soon before you make your son start shooting and shooting competitions?
Goodness.
Like, are you going to make him shoot competitions? Like, if he says, Mom, I don't want anything to do with shooting competitions, are you going to force him?
Well, the way my parents did it with me, they put me on every kind of activity as a child. I want to expose my son David to everything. It will be his call. He will have knowledge of gun safety. He'll know what are the things he cannot do, because we definitely have firearms in the house. But as long as that, from there, I want it to be his choice. I'm going to expose him to everything, from music to shooting to exploring the world, if I can expose him to that. So, awesome.
Well, you're gonna be a much better parent than me, because my kids will have no choice. There are no choices over here. No, I'm playing, but no, it was a pleasure speaking with you as always, Gabby, and I look forward to seeing you at SHOT. You gonna be at SHOT?
Yes, okay. I will be there. Right. And let me just say something quick for this year. I just want to tell you right quick what my plans are. I'm working on doing more than shooting classes, doing seminars. And I want to be, doing 50. My goal is to have minimum 50 people per seminar, and talking about laws, shooting, education about shooting, also conceal and carry, not only in English, but also in Spanish.
Awesome. Well, you guys heard it. So thank you
Yes.
very much, Gabby. It was always
Thank
a pleasure.
you for having me.
Absolutely, anytime. You have a good one.
You too.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye. And that was another episode of Seeing Live, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.